الرحيم أحمده ونصلي ونسلم على النبي الكريم وبعد. Honorable brothers and sisters, today's khatira is just actually a reminder that we have a very important Muslim marriage ceremony here at our masjid this Saturday, inshallah ta'ala. And I would like to talk about a couple of things so that those of you who haven't signed, you will sign in, inshallah ta'ala. Because this is not only for those who are married, this is actually for those who are married and those who are not married, it's for both. Because some of the titles are very, very interesting titles. And the people who are lecturing, they are coaches, trainers, and they are the one basically, studying the Quran and Sunnah as well as the current situation. For example, Ustaz Abu Ali used to do Friday khutbas here. Many of you know him, he will be one of the attendees as well. And we have a sister, mashallah, she's an award-winning author. She has written many books. One of her books is very interesting. It's about those of the sisters who converted to Islam. So her book is called From My Sister's Lips. I read this book and it was very interesting. The book came out about 15 to 20 years ago, to be honest with you. So she has written many of the books after that. Sadly, I haven't read many of her books after that book. Don't know why, but it's a very good book that I really enjoyed, the first one. And she also attended many conference and also podcast regarding successful marriage and marriage conversation. She had that as well. So one of the title we have here is very interesting. For example, it said here that one of the things will be discussed here is that before marriage basically, before marriage, what to look in a spouse. And this is quite important as well, So these are the conversations that we need to have, because sometimes people, they marry and then later on they ask this question that, hang on a second, we are not getting on here. We are not getting, the marriage is leading to a divorce here. And the reason why is because in the very beginning, when they first got married, they actually there was no compatibility here. There was no compatibility. There's two things I would like to share very quickly. In all the counseling that I do, one of the things that I've noticed is that most of the marriages are not going ahead, or they're thinking of divorce. Number one is because of communication problem. There's a lot of miscommunication. And you have to go a little bit back. Why there is a miscommunication between the spouses? Why there's a miscommunication? It goes all the way back. When they first got married, basically, it wasn't done in a way where they saw themselves, are they compatible or not? So it always goes at the back. Okay, now you're married, you need to make some sacrifices anyway. But these are the things that we need to look right from the very beginning. And the second problem that I've noticed is, first one is, as I said to you, is miscommunication. And the second one is the finance. Would you believe it? The finance plays a very big part. It's basically, there is no communication between the spouses regarding the finance. Everyone is blaming one another as well. I would like to give one example. There was an incident, I'm not mentioning any names, etc., a case study that I've done. And this is what happened. From this you can understand where the communication problem is that a person here, she was pregnant, and the husband said that he need to have an abortion. But he did not explain to her the reason. She had to go to the clinic, and when she looked at all the details of getting abortion, got really scared. And at the same time, she felt awkward that I am actually terminating a soul here. That's the mentality that she had. I'm terminating a soul here. I'm actually killing. This is how she looked at it. I'm actually killing a baby here. That's how she looked at it. And she felt morally wrong. But then again, she's getting pressure from the husband. So it was like, what to do? And this actually led to the sisters getting depressed as well, considering suicide and self-harm as well. Okay? So I spoke to both of them. And I said, you tell me why you said to her that you didn't want to have child. He said, I'm not ready to be a father yet. I want to have more time with her. I'm not ready to be a father. Secondly, I am not ready to be a father at this moment. And on the current circumstances that I'm in, I'm also worried that if I become a father, I'm not going to give the good nurturing and upbringing, especially in UK and all that. I said, okay, fine. I'm not saying I agree with you or disagree with you. Did you communicate this with your wife? He said, no. I said, okay. Sister, what happened to you? By the way, they didn't have the abortion. Let me just finish that as well. I said, what happened to you? Why is it that, you said that you were thinking about self-harming and etc.? She said, I thought he doesn't love me anymore. Can you see two different? I thought he doesn't want me. I thought he probably has someone in secret. I thought he's marrying, thinking of marrying someone else. I thought he probably planning to go to someone else, or he probably have someone else like that, because that's the reason why he doesn't have any. I said, did you communicate that with your husband? She said, no. I said, then this is the problem that we're in. I said to him, if you were to communicate this problem with her, I think she would have given you a good answer. And if you would have communicated your problem with him, I think you would have found the answer is different. Both of you could have come to a perfect harmony, and today the situation would have been more better. This is only one issue. So this is what happened. Choosing spouse, communication, we all need. And then marital problems, ongoing problem these days to do with the finance. People always ask, who is responsible? And everyone plays this card, by the way. Who is responsible? Said, I'm not responsible. Why? Because he's working. You understand? Yeah, but your demand is so high. I want this, I want that, I want that. We're going to make this marriage work together. It's not about his responsibility and my responsibility. So I think we all need a reminder. Just like we need a reminder about Salah, we need a reminder about Zakah, we need a reminder about Hajj. We all need reminders. We all need reminders of our marriage as well. Yes, Alhamdulillah, those of you are very happy your marriage life is working. You thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You say, Allah, we thank you for this. Alhamdulillah. But you know what? We all need a little bit of help. So inshallah ta'ala, we have open discussion, and we have discussion like this. This is only one topic that I just touched. There's much more discussion, how to solve problems, how to solve the financial problems, and the challenges that we are facing these days. I said 10 years ago, I don't know, bayan in this masjid, I don't know if anyone remembers. I said, you will remember me 10 years later. That's what I said. I'm not a prophet. Na'udhu min dhalik. Do you get it? I just, being in the community, and I said 10 years ago, I said in this masjid in one of the Friday khutbah, I said, you will remember me 10 years later. There will be huge challenges when the father will say that my daughters are ready for marriage, I can't find suitable partners. And then the same for the sons as well, that my son is ready but I can't find suitable spouses as well. And I said the reason why is because the meaning of marriage will be changing very soon. The way people will look at marriage will be different. People would not look at marriage from Quran and Sunnah, they will look at it from another angle. And this angle is already here as well, and I don't want to dwell into this, inshallah ta'ala. So inshallah we have these discussions and much more, everybody. Not from myself, I'm going to be one of the listeners. I will be also there from 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock, inshallah ta'ala. But we have Sheikh Abu Ali is here, Ustadha Naima Roberts here, Dr. Fawzia, and there are a few others as well, inshallah ta'ala. So I would like everybody, myself, I'll be there as well, inshallah. So I would like everybody to register, please. And I think I was told by the organizer that we have approximately 300 already signed in. But lots of people are coming from outside. These names, we don't recognize these names. We want our local brothers and sisters to participate, inshallah ta'ala. The program is for you and it's free, inshallah ta'ala, on Saturday. On Sunday we have some training, some workshop. For that you have to also register as well, and there is only a £10 administration fees, and that's it. And there will be practical workshop as well on Sunday. Please join both of them, inshallah ta'ala. It will be beneficial. The same team have delivered courses like that, and they were very successful. That's the reason why we're inviting them here. And sister, they always tell me we don't have many women speakers. I'm expecting a standing ovation from the female speakers, inshallah ta'ala, next week. I mean, this Saturday when they come. Okay, so jazakumullah khairan.